souls. Welcome to Global Women Empowerment Sessions 2020. Today we have with us Master Alekhya from Delhi, India, and she'll be talking about intuition. Friends, under the guidance of Patriji, we are doing this triple one days Global Goddess Meditation Circle with triple one feminine masters across the globe. Thank you so much, all of you, for utilizing these wonderful sessions. And as Alekhya is sharing about intuition, just I want to share about my experience with intuition. Friends, I always connect with my intuition because intuition is the direct perception without reasoning. It is a gut feeling. So we become more energetic and vibrant when we are in touch with our own energy, experiencing our own subtle energies and feelings. And famous scientist Albert Einstein said, intuitive mind is a sacred gift and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten this beautiful gift. So, and the heart chakra is the center of intuition. Intuition comes from the heart. So let's learn more about intuition from Master Alekhya. I'm Sri Lakshmi from UK, sharing and teaching this meditation in UK from the past 8 years. So before starting off our session, let's meditate for 2 minutes by connecting with all the higher masters, my dear friends. So I request everyone to please close your eyes. And start to observe your normal and natural breath. Let's invite all the divine goddess energies. Let's invite angels and archangels. Let's invite Patriji and all the higher beings of love and light. Let's connect with them and do meditation for 2 minutes. Be open and receptive to the divine healing energies flowing from all these divine beings. Each and every cell, every part of your body is getting filled with these divine energies. Your body is now completely surrounded by these healing energies. Let's send and radiate this love and compassionate energies flowing from all these divine beings to all the beings on this planet Earth. May all the living beings on this Earth planet live happy, healthy, and peaceful. Now gently place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And you can slowly open your eyes, my dear friends. So I'm so happy to introduce Master Alekhya from Delhi. She's currently working as a management consultant in the world's leading consulting firm. She's also a Kuchipudi dancer, magazine editor, and a writer with an innate inclination towards psychology and philosophy. She is the co-founder of a non-profit youth organization, Sensai India, a voluntary youth movement that is actively working to promote mindfulness to schools, colleges, and corporates as well. as creating youth empowerment programs to spread the message of self empowerment through meditation to one and all. Alekhya is also on the board of One Media Network, parent company of Pyramid Meditation Channel Hindi, a media production house that aims to transform and empower the lives of people through innovative new age positive content. So, we welcome you, Alekhya.
Thank you, Shri. Namaskaram. Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank all the seen, unseen forces of nature that have put into action this moment right now for us to experience things as they are. In the starting, Shri spoke about intuition being a very strong and powerful gut feeling that we all experience. We all somehow or the other know what this feeling of intuition is. So when Shri asked me a while ago, what topic would you be taking the session on? As the technique of meditation that we just did right now, I of course went within and found an answer, which was the topic would be intuition, a superhuman ability, or rather a human ability. That was all. That was, I would almost say, about 2-3 weeks ago when we spoke about it. And I got busy in my everyday activities, and I'd like to take this practical experience of my own journey 2 weeks hence to right now, to explain to you what intuition is. And through that process, while we understand this from an intellectual level, from the level of intellect, beyond the body, beyond the mind, but just a strong sense of feeling of understanding, we will go into meditation, wherein we will grasp and absorb all of that energy understood by our intellect and get connected with our own inner self. So the journey started. I gave the topic, and I got busy in the everyday activity. And of course, in one way or the other, in every aspect of our life, we are using this beautiful gift that we have in this physical realm, being connected with with everything through the process, with this small gut feeling that we have, the sense of knowing that we have within ourselves, which we call intuition. And I'm living my life through that process, because I got introduced to meditation when I was probably still a student, and I took that up in my life, and I found a lot of changes and benefits, and I have since been practicing and have inculcated that in my life. And for those people who are already meditating, who are already in the practice of connecting with themselves every day, are more or less inclined to understand what intuition is at an intellectual level as well as an experiential level. But for most people who may not be even spiritual, yet go through this feeling of knowing, this gut feeling, the strong hunch that we have, and are living their lives. So life
Alekhya,
moved on.
your video got stuck up little.
Okay, just can you hear me though with my audio?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, just give me a quick moment. Can you see me now?
Yes, now perfect. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, cool. So, coming back, my journey started. I gave the topic, and I went through my everyday. The topic came from a feeling, from a space of knowing. And what we will go through today is unraveling the layers or the veils of understanding of what we think we know and what is as it is. What is a perceived reality and what really is reality. So, this journey of the topic intuition led me, of course, to go deeper within myself to understand how strongly am I following my own intuition. Because while we all might know a lot of things intellectually, many a times we tend to find, or rather be caught up in the everyday. To truly go on the road of higher awareness, while we are aware of things happening to us, we tend to overlook the very obvious fact that we are not what is happening to us. We are all that is. We are the awareness itself that is experiencing all that is happening to this being. So, to understand, or rather to get onto this road of higher awareness, it's not a process of how do I put it? It's not a process of anything. It's not a step-by-step process. It's an instantaneous event that occurs, that puts into action all the forces of manifestation in the physical reality. It's just simply the decision and the choice that you take in that very given moment that puts into action the entire forces of manifestation, which are intention, your attention, and the most important element, trust. So let's take typically example of climbing a ladder, right? If I want to climb a ladder, I must have an intent that I would like to climb the ladder. So it started with a thought level. I had an intent that I wanted to climb the ladder. Attention of choosing to take one step at a time. So I need to focus on the task at hand. And most importantly, while we understand what intention attention is, there's a third element which is very, very important for us to take that instantaneous decision to transform our present state of awareness, whether we're in a state of anger and we want to transform it into a state of complete acceptance, whether we're in a state of limitations and we want to experience a moment of abundance. It all starts with an instantaneous decision, and that's all. And in that instantaneous decision, we know that intention, attention are something that happens very naturally. But the third most important element that most of us, and it's the way that society has been designed and functions, is the feeling of trust. Do you really trust then when you let go of the one step, when your one step is in the middle of the air and you are choosing to put your leg on the other step, that everything is going to be okay, that you are not going to fall, that there's nothing that will happen to you, and then all you have to do is just keep placing one foot after the other to climb the ladder. So this feeling of intuition led me to understand firstly that really in any given situation, all we need to do is, apart from the intention attention, which most of us usually always do, because we have so many people, we are connected with so many people, and we meditate, if most of us do, or we take up some form of mindfulness practices to really learn to focus ourselves in the present moment. But what is it, the secret ingredient which literally triggers a state triggers a state for you to move from a state of lack to a state of complete abundance? And that really, the magic of it is trust. And now we'll go deeper into this understanding of intellectual understanding of what trusting really means. Trusting really means letting go of all that's holding us back. And all that's holding us back is actually multiple layers of intellectual understanding, or rather ignorance. And what we are going to do now is just to slowly move away the veil of that ignorance and go deeper. And nothing that I share with you is something that you don't already know of, but it's again a perspective that you can offer, that I can offer to you, and you can choose to imbibe into your life, to take that instantaneous decision to transform yourself in any given situation. So I'll begin my own practice. So intuition led me to go deeper to see where I am in any given point in time. So I experienced there a lot of times when I was in a state of discomfort, or where I was feeling that things were too much for me to take in at that point in time. Really, it was just a sense of knowing that I had within myself that all I had to do was make a switch. Today in the morning, I've been reading this book thanks to the lockdown called Going Deeper by Jean-Claude Covin. Going deeper to making sense of life when makes no sense. It's a beautiful book that has been written by him, based a lawyer himself, based on his own experiences during the 9/11 attack. When I opened this book today in the morning, I opened into a chapter from which I would be sharing with you the concept today. And it is the concept of understanding how we can truly go deeper into this knowing of, into this feeling of letting go. So he explains in his book that there are 2 lower egoic levels and 2 higher soul awareness states through which we go through which all of the information that you ever receive is processed through. So, the first step is the step of belief. Now, in the step of belief, this is the most lowest egoic level that we are in. The belief system that we are born into, that society has conditioned us into thinking and believing, is where we usually are. So, all of the information that's ever processed by us goes through this continuum of a continuum of the mind eye through the soul's eye through this process. So, I have my belief system as the first and foremost lower egoic level. Now, what typically is a belief system? A belief system is women have to be in a certain way. Women should bear children by a certain age. Men should not cry. It's unmanly of men to cry. It's weak to express your emotions. All of these beliefs are not your own, but all of the information that is received from the outside has led you to have a certain belief system. And that is what typically we end up experiencing. All of the information that you interact with on an everyday basis goes to the first lower egoic level, which is our belief system. This belief system is one of the biggest hindrances for us to actually go through and experience our expanded awareness in an everyday. Say for example, I have to meet someone new today and I don't know much about this person. I literally have no background. But the minute I meet this person, I see that he looks a certain way, he talks a certain way, he's dressed in a certain way. All of that information, voluntary or involuntarily, has been processed by this physical being through the process of its belief system, which are both conditioned and which of course are conditioned, but which are both active in my conscious and my subconscious mind. Now, to let go of this belief system, let's go deeper into the realm of thought. All beliefs are preconditioned, lead to a certain thought process. But when we are in a state of meditation, slowly and steadily, we choose to break our old preconceived notions. Purely through a process of silence and contemplation, do we actually decipher the difference between what is the actual reality versus what is a perceived reality. And that's the first realm of understanding for us to step into I would say a higher state of understanding, which comes to the second realm of the lower egoic level, is the level of thought. While most of us are, and I'll try and take an example which is there in the book for us to understand this better. So let's say for example you've lost a pair of keys. And this is an example of how we work in the thought realm. In the physical reality, you've lost a pair of keys and you're trying to find them. While you're searching for the keys, you're already thinking of all the possible repercussions of you not having the pair of keys. And it could typically be, I should be more careful of where should I put it. Oh my God, I'm getting late for that meeting where I shouldn't be, and this was the last thing I expected to happen at this point in time. How can I be so careless of where I misplaced it? I wish, and nowadays this is sometimes that most of us feel, I wish I wish phones and keys come with these Bluetooth handsets so that I can easily track it. Now, imagine now all of this state that's already going into your thought realm and you find the keys. And what's the first thing that comes to your mind? You say, thank God. You experience a feeling of relief knowing that you found the pair of keys. But there's something much deeper, and of course all of us go through this, all of us understand this, it's very natural for us, and if you are someone who's very particular about where things are kept, you know that feeling when you found what you were looking for, when you found what you thought you lost but you found it. It's a sense of relief. You might scold yourself internally thinking, I should be more careful next time, like how do I not remember where I placed it, or if you are of more of a grateful mindset, you think, okay, I'm glad I found the keys. But there's one simple aspect that we usually tend to overlook when we think of what is it that happens to our thought process when we've actually found the keys. And that is, in the physical realm, we've stopped looking. We're no longer searching for what is on the outside of us. And most of the time, all of the thoughts in the infinite realm of possibilities already exist. All we have to do is just come back into the present moment for us to go up, go higher in our level of understanding. So another example of understanding how things are at the thought realm are to understand what is life really, and ask yourself this question perhaps maybe towards the end of this session, and to say, what is life for me really? Is it something to do, does it have something to do with the experiences that you've already had? Does life mean for you something much more in terms of things to be had, achievements to accomplish, accolades to be credited to your name? Or is it very simply just an expression of yourself in this physical reality? And it's important for us, when we're not in a state of meditation and silence, to be in a state of contemplation, for us to really see what level of thoughts do we have at any given point in time. It's very natural for us to have thoughts. Most people assume that if you tend to be spiritual, you become completely thoughtless. That really isn't usually the case. You do become more aware of your thoughts. And for us to actually move on the road to higher awareness, while we use meditational practices to become aware of our belief system, we use silence and contemplation as well as experience sharing, sajjan sangatya, to be in company of like-minded people, as well as right book reading, to really become aware of what level of thoughts we're having. Now these two are purely at a lower egoic level. And the practices that Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement is propagating and sharing with the whole world of the right meditation of Anapanasati meditation, the right spiritual books, which is called Swadhyay, the study of the self, and Sajjan Sangatya, the company of truth-seeking individuals, helps us to break our old preconditioned patterns and, of course, build better expanded awareness for ourselves. Now, how do you really get to the spot of, or get on to the high road of higher awareness? Now, while we spoke about the lower two egoic levels, now let's talk about the remaining two aspects of soul awareness. And like we mentioned at the very beginning of the session, intuition. It's a deep sense of knowing which originates from a place beyond your mind, beyond your body, and much more beyond your intellect. And it happens when there's stillness that's experienced within us. This platform that we have, where we are all interacting with each other through the 1111 days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle, what we are offering to us is beyond, or the knowledge of it is beyond what we already know. It is to tap into the higher knowledge, the knowledge which is accessible to all of us if we choose to touch it. Now, how can you touch something which doesn't really exist? That is a place of knowing. The knowingness is an aspect which most people tend to overlook, and yet it is what is driving their own life. And I could probably give you a few instances which you could correlate with. One of them being, you happen to get late, but you end up going to a meeting and you find out that the 20 minutes that you were delayed by actually led for a good conversation that happened between the two people who were already in the meeting, which led the, the context for you to actually go and pitch your product in the meeting. This is just one of the examples. Or a chance you get delayed once again, and you happen to, let me take a more practical example. You're delayed, and you ended up meeting someone at the coffee house who you would have never met if you hadn't gotten delayed by, let's say, that the road that you had to cross where someone was just honking. And you met one of the most amazing people in your life and had a conversation with them at the coffee house. And these are chance incidents which you could probably leave to coincidence and say, hey, you know what, I never expected this to happen. But yet, it was part of the pre-planned event of things which was set into motion by your underlying trust that everything is as it should be. The sense of knowing combined with a sense of faith is what activates the potent feeling of trust which all of us experience in one or the other aspect of our lives. A child always trusts the mother that despite all odds, the mother will always look out for the best interest for the child. And this is a strong sense of knowing and faith that we have within ourselves that everything is exactly as should be. And yet, it's not in every aspect of our life that we experience this deep soul awareness. So, while we move through our everyday practice of meditation, swadhyay, write books reading, and sajjan sangatya, to go and connect with your soul awareness, there is something very, very, very inherent that takes place internally within ourselves when we begin all of these spiritual practices. And what really triggers that process is the process of deep faith, of knowing that the entire creation is perfect just as it is. All of the universe is conspiring just for you to achieve exactly what you wanted. It's a deep sense of knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. And how do you know whether you are trusting or not trusting? And the answer is really simple. You just know. I asked Pratik sir once, how is it that you know that you're enlightened? How does one know whether they really know something? And the answer is very simple. You just know. A small child just knows that it is taken care of. A dog just knows that it will live another day. It just knows. It's always in a state of being. And the state of being is a conscious choice that we choose to make every single day of our life, which is honed by our spiritual practices. The spiritual practices which require nothing more than just the desire for you to experience it. And this entire book of Going Deeper also summarizes this in a very beautiful way, where the author, also using his synonym name being Larry in the book, his synonym being Larry in the book, has to make a decision in his life. While we have all of this information that has been covered with you just now, what is it that irks you to take that decision? What is the choice that you choose to make, that you choose to decide for yourself in your life to truly transform a limiting belief system to an absolutely expanded belief system? Because belief is the core energy that drives all of the universe. Belief is all of the thoughts manifested in energetic form in physical reality. And when I say belief system, the belief system is not about a certain place, person or thing. It is about the deep sense of trust that you experience in your life that everything is just as it should be. And so while you have understood intellectually that the road to higher awareness starts with just choosing to trust that everything is as it should be intellectually, for you to really grasp that, the simplest way that you can do it every day to break old conditioning of your belief system, to contemplate and expand your intellect by developing or are becoming more aware of your thoughts, and most importantly, to truly connect with the infinite energy that you have access to at any given point of time, is the simple practice of meditation that you can incorporate in your life. Now, meditation is really not that difficult. Through the 29 days, we've already learned the simplest way to meditate. And today, once again, I invite all of you to take up a simple choice to make the grandest change in your life, because it's only a decision away for you to transform your life from a limiting belief system to an ever expanding expression of the infinite universe that you are, that you can experience in this very given moment. So I invite everyone to cross their fingers, interlock them, sit in a comfortable posture, cross your legs, and if you're wearing glasses, you can take them off. Close your eyes. And just observe your natural breath. Just be with your normal, natural, easy, soft, simple breath. Whenever your thoughts take you away from this moment, make a choice to come back to this very moment with just you and your breath. There is a deep sense of knowing within you about your true purpose. Let this knowledge come to the surface. By just becoming one with your natural breath. All that has been, all that is, and all that ever will be is right here for you at this very moment. Watch your wandering mind and bring it back to the breath. You are not these thoughts. These thoughts are just a mere representation of what has been. Choose now to connect with the infinite source. You are the observer of the breath that's going in and coming out. Just be with your normal, natural, easy, soft, simple, tender, ever-flowing breath. Beyond your limiting beliefs of who you are. Go beyond what you've already known. And transform your energy at this very moment to experience your grandest expression. Expanding awareness with every breath you take. Simply by becoming aware that you are part of everything. Everything lies within you. every incident, every person, every emotion, every thought has led to this moment right now. For you to experience your magnificent self. Every experience, painful or happy, has been part of your journey to this moment right now. Open up your heart. Just become one with your natural breath. If you ever judged anyone or yourself, allow yourself to just flow. It is okay. It has led here to be here right now. Expanding awareness that everything is as it should be. Let it all go. Allow yourself to experience everything. You are infinite abundance self. You are all that is. Unique expression. Exploring all that is. back to your breath. Last few minutes. With the breath as your guide, explore your expanded self with each incoming breath and outgoing breath. You are not these limiting belief systems. You are not these thoughts that are interspersed with every breath you take. You are the observer of all these activities who is choosing now to become one with the breath. Who is choosing from this moment on to explore the expanded awareness of itself. Meditation is the easiest way to connect to your infinite source. While we hone our intellect and open up our hearts and mind. By being in the right company and reading the right books. Our breath is our constant source of our infinite abundant energy. Last few minutes. The wisdom of the right living way for you will come to you at exactly the moment you need it. Trust, and it will be with you. A mustard ounce of faith can move mountains. You are an infinitely magnificent being. Jump into the unknown. There's an adventure waiting for you. You just have to let it go. Last few moments. Last 2 minutes. Perfection is knowing. Everything is as it should be. All that you've ever wanted to have is with you right now. All that you ever wanted to do is with you right now. All that you ever wish to be, you are right now. Last 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Zero. Slowly place the palms of your hands on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And open your eyes when you're ready.
Hi, Alekhya. Thank you so much. Really, your meditation was amazing. I felt very high, intense energies. Thank you so much for this wonderful guided meditation. And the topic you have chosen is amazing, like connecting with our intuition. Give me a minute, just I'll turn off this. Yeah. So intuition, yes, what you said is true, Alekhya. Like just going beyond the thoughts, beyond the beliefs, society conditioning, and just connecting with our heart space. And as you said, when we connect with the heart space, we just download and access the information from this higher masters in the form of intuition. And we should just let go of our rational mind and connect with our heart space and connect with our intuition. Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful topic with all of us. Thank you, Alekhya.
Thank you so much for choosing to be guided by your intuition to create this platform of so many like-minded seekers coming together.
Yes.
It is truly beauty of heaven on earth with so many people sharing their wisdom.
Literally.
And this is an example of the beauty that is manifested when you believe that and trust that all that is required to happen through us and for the planet will happen.
Yes.
So, trusting in yourself, trusting in others, decide, choose to live your highest purpose in any given moment. Thank
Yes.
you once again for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you, friends, for joining today's session and utilizing this Triple One Days Global Goddess Meditation Circle. And